They don't see you right now, do they? Nah. They see a shadow, a nobody, someone who blends into the background like forgotten wallpaper. You've heard their whispers, haven't you? Their laughter, their cruel, cutting words that slice through your spirit like shards of broken glass. He'll never make it. They say she's just wasting her time. Oh, how they mock you in your silence, in your struggle. They think they know you, but they don't. Here's the truth. They've ignored transformation as quiet. It doesn't announce itself with fireworks or grand fanfare. Nah. It's the ticking of a clock in the dead of night. It's the crackling ember that starts a wildfire. It's the storm brewing on the horizon, silent, unseen but inevitable. You've been working, haven't you, in the shadows, in the pain, in the isolation. While they were laughing, you were grinding while they were gossiping. You were learning while they were busy being comfortable. You were busy becoming something else entirely, something unrecognizable, something unstoppable. And here's what they don't understand. Transformation is terrifying. Think about a caterpillar, a slow, fragile creature inching along, vulnerable to every bird, every footstep, every storm. They laugh at the caterpillar because they think it's weak, pathetic, insignificant. But then the cocoon, the isolation, the darkness. Do you think transformation is painless? Do you think the caterpillar rests easy, wrapped in that suffocating tomb? It's torn apart from the inside out. Its body liquefies. It dies, in a sense. But what emerges? Oh, what emerges is something they never saw coming. A butterfly, and not just a butterfly. A symbol of freedom, of beauty, of resilience. But here's the kicker. The butterfly doesn't care if they're watching. It doesn't wait for applause. It just flies. It soars. And that's going to be you. But first you've got to endure the cocoon, the darkness, the suffocation. You've got to let go of who you were, that fragile version of yourself that they've pinned down with their words, their judgments, their expectations. Let me ask you this. Are you ready to die? Not physically. Nah. This isn't about an ending. This is about a rebirth, a new you, a version of yourself so powerful, so extraordinary, that it will send shivers down their spines. Do you feel it? That fire in your chest, that itch under your skin, that's not discomfort, that's growth. And growth is never gentle. It's brutal, it's messy, it's chaos. They won't understand it at first. They'll see you changing. Maybe it's your habits, your focus, your energy, and they'll laugh harder. What's gotten into them? They'll sneer, let them laugh, let them doubt. Because you're not doing this for them, are you? Nah. This isn't about proving them wrong. This is about proving yourself right. Let's talk about the pain for a moment. The late nights, the early mornings, the sacrifices. They don't see it, do they? They don't see you waking up before the sun, dragging yourself out of bed, when every muscle in your body screams for rest. They don't see the tears you wipe away when no one's looking. They don't see the doubts that claw at the edges of your mind, whispering, maybe they're right. Maybe you're not enough, but you are enough. You were always enough. They've underestimated you. That's their first mistake. Their second mistake, thinking you'll stay down, thinking you'll always be the person they think they know. Here's the thing about people like them. They're terrified of change. They cling to their comfort zones like a drowning man clings to a piece of driftwood. You, though, you're willing to burn it all down, to start over, to rise from the ashes like a phoenix. And that's what scares them. Oh, they won't admit it. Nah. They'll mask their fear with laughter, with ridicule, with dismissive comments. But deep down, they know. They feel it. The shift, the quake, the storm. You're not the person you were yesterday. And tomorrow you'll be even further beyond their reach. Let me tell you a secret. People fear what they can't control. They fear what they don't understand, and your transformation, it's going to terrify them because it's going to make them question everything, their choices, their limitations, their mediocrity. Here's what's going to happen. First, they'll ignore you. That's where you are now, isn't it? The shadow stage. They don't see you as a threat. They don't even see you as a possibility. Good. Stay in the shadows, work in silence, build in secret, then they'll laugh at you. This is the stage where they start to notice your confidence, your discipline, your results. It'll confuse them. Who does he think he is? Who does she think she is? They'll say, let them laugh. Their laughter is fuel. It's proof that you're on the right track next. They'll fight you. They'll try to pull you back down to their level. They'll throw stones, spread lies, sabotage your efforts. Why? Because your growth threatens their comfort. Your success highlights their failure. Stand firm. This is where most people give up. But not you. Not you. Finally, they'll respect you. They'll have no choice when your transformation is complete, when you've risen to heights they never imagined. Their laughter will turn to silence, their ridicule will turn to awe, and their doubts, oh, those will haunt them for the rest of their lives. But here's the thing, by the time they respect you, it won't matter. You won't need their approval, you won't crave their validation, because you'll have something far greater, self-respect. Look in the mirror. Go on. Look into your own eyes. Do you see it? That spark, that glimmer of something fierce, something unyielding, something unstoppable. That's the real you, not the version they've boxed in with their words, their judgments, their expectations. The real you is limitless. The real you is rising. Let's get one thing straight. This isn't going to be easy. Transformation never is. You're going to lose people, friends, family. People who claim to care about you will show their true colors when they see you breaking free from the chains they've accepted for themselves. Let them go. Not everyone is meant to join you on this journey. Not everyone is capable of climbing the mountain you're about to conquer. And the mountain, it's steep. It's treacherous. It's going to test you in ways you can't even imagine. But every step you take, every inch you climb, will bring you closer to the summit. And when you reach it, oh, the view will be worth it. Picture this. The people who doubted you, who mocked you, who tried to hold you back standing at the base of the mountain, craning their necks to see you at the top. They'll squint, trying to comprehend how you did it, how you achieved what they couldn't even dream of. And you'll smile not out of spite, not out of arrogance, but because you'll finally understand that their doubts were never about you. They were about themselves. The moment you step out of the shadows, something extraordinary happens. The world begins to shift. Not for them, for you. You start seeing things differently. The doubts that used to scream in your head are now just whispers. The chains that once held you down, they're rusted, brittle, snapping one by one. This isn't just chains. Change. This is a revolution. Your revolution. Do you feel that weight lifting off your chest? That's fear leaving your body, because fear is the biggest liar you'll ever meet. It tells you that you can't, that you shouldn't, that you're not ready. But let me ask you this. Who decides if you're ready, them, the ones who never dared to dream, or you, the one who's been building a fortress in silence? Now, here's the truth. They'll never tell you. The world doesn't want you to change. It thrives on sameness, on mediocrity, on people staying exactly where they are, comfortable, predictable, compliant. But you're the anomaly, the disruptor, the chaos they fear, and chaos. Chaos is what creates stars. Picture a supernova. A star doesn't just fade quietly into the night, it explodes. It unleashes all its energy, all its power, into the universe. And from that destruction comes creation. New stars, new worlds, new possibilities. That's what you're becoming. A supernova. A force of nature. Unstoppable. But let me warn you, the brighter you shine, the more shadows you'll cast. And those shadows, they'll be filled with people trying to pull you back. Not because they hate you. Nah. It's because your light forces them to confront their darkness. Your courage highlights their cowardice. Your growth exposes their stagnation, and that terrifies them. Do you know what separates the great from the forgotten? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's resilience. The ability to keep going when everything around you screams for you to stop. When the pain feels unbearable. When the loneliness feels endless. When the doubts creep back in like uninvited guests at a party. That's the moment you dig deeper. That's the moment you become unstoppable. Let me take you to the end of this road. Close your eyes and imagine it. You've climbed the mountain. You've fought the battles. You've endured the pain. And now, you stand at the peak. The wind is fierce, cold, biting, but you don't feel it. All you feel is power. All you feel is freedom. Below you, the world stretches out like a canvas waiting for you to paint your masterpiece. The people who doubted you, they're mere specks in the distance now. Their voices drowned out by the roar of your triumph. And you're not angry. You're not bitter. Because you've realized something profound. Their opinions were never chains. They were tests. Tests you've passed with flying colors. And now it's your turn not to prove them wrong. Nah, that's too small a victory. This is about proving yourself right. About living the life you've always known you were capable of. About becoming the person you've always known you could be as the final step of your journey. You turn away from the peak. Not because you're done, but because you've realized there's no such thing as done. Growth is infinite. Evolution is endless. The horizon you thought was the end. Nah, it's just the beginning of another ascent. Another chapter. Another version of you waiting to be unlocked. You take a deep breath, and for the first time, it's not just oxygen filling your lungs. It's purpose. It's clarity. It's fire. And here's the most incredible part. You're not climbing for them anymore. Not for validation. Not for recognition. You're climbing because that's who you are. Now a seeker, a creator, a force that refuses to settle. You've embraced the truth that the journey is the reward, that every step, every stumble, every triumph is shaping you into something extraordinary. But let me tell you something else. There's a ripple effect to what you're doing. The world might resist change, but it can't ignore it. People will see you rising, and while some will try to pull you back, others, they'll be inspired you. They'll see what's possible through you. Your courage will become a beacon, lighting the way for those still lost in the shadows. You're not just becoming unstoppable for yourself, you're showing others that they can be too, and that's where the magic happens. When your growth sparks growth in others, when your light ignites theirs, when the revolution you started for yourself becomes a revolution for everyone watching. That's legacy, that's power, that's immortality. Not in the sense of living forever, but in the sense of leaving a mark so deep, so profound that it outlasts you. So as you stand there at the crossroads of who you were and who you're becoming, ask yourself one last question. Are you ready to step into this next version of yourself? To stop running from the challenges and start running towards them? To embrace the pain, the struggle, the uncertainty, not as obstacles, but as fuel? Because if you are, if you're truly ready, then there's only one thing left to do. Take that first step again and again, until the path you're walking becomes the trail others follow, until your story becomes a testament to the power of resilience, courage, and relentless self-belief. And when they ask you how you did it, how you became unstoppable. You'll smile and say, I simply refuse to stay in the shadows. I chose to rise. This is your moment. Seize it. Burn bright and never ever dim your light for anyone.